Let's focus for a moment on sales demonstration and training. Again, going back to the theme that there's more than just a case involved, at that point you're putting your company's image on the line. You can find book after book that talks about first impressions and how difficult it is to undo them if you created a bad one. We often see people that have tried to go the economy route. They think that they can buy a case with a plug foam kit and solve the problems. The plug foam kits were designed from the get-go to be a very temporary solution, or to be a solution for someone who doesn't care much about the economics of shipping or the ergonomic issues of having things bulked up. You have to leave at least 2 to 3 inches of space in between each item with that system to have any level of protection, but the cubes just keep breaking apart on you. In turn, we can utilize not just foam fabrication, but plastics fabrication and sewing to create multiple layers, utilize pouches, utilize color schemes that make that might possibly make the case a part of a demo system. We can, most importantly, either to clarify for the person that's looking at this, we can use labeling, or if there's a fairly complex system, we can use labeling to make sure that the person using it, understands what they have, how to use it, how to deploy it, and again, the most important part, how to get it back in the case after the end of what they're doing. So the labeling can also be on the exterior of the case, so that we can find opportunities to literally to advertise as you walk in, and making that first good impression, and then in turn, by getting things as compact as possible, we're using a smaller, lighter case. We are also very often able to save our customers substantial amounts of money because of getting into categories that are less expensive to ship. If you're having to send things out on any kind of air environment, typically overnight or second day, you pay the most, whichever is the highest weight or the highest cube. And if there's different carriers have different breakpoints from that, if we can help you stay under those thresholds, just the difference of a couple inches in a couple dimensions of the case can easily save scores of dollars each trip. So people tease me sometimes of, well, how can I help you do something better than the competition? And they'll say, well, do you have something that's free? Well, I literally have better than free when I can get you into something that saves you more than the cost of the case several times a year. And those are the things we try to pursue. Sometimes it goes the other direction, where people have a wonderfully big assortment of everything they think that they're ever going to need, and it turns out to be unwieldy to carry and work with. I used to tease people that there was a white spot in the parking lot where people stood and cried because they couldn't get their ideal case into their car. But we got to help deal with that, and in turn, there are things that we can do, for example, to possibly break out the things that aren't used nearly as frequently, put those in a secondary case that rides on top of the other one comfortably. And sometimes we modify those so they interact with the handle system of the first case to still make it easy to use when we need them. We may go to solutions like having the essential things in a soft case that we know will not stand up to the transit environment, but it's several pounds lighter and more compact. We tuck that into a rigid case for the shipping and the transport. So when the recipient gets it, they leave the hard case in their car or the hotel room and do their business with in their travels with the soft, light case, and then chuck it back in the shipping case at the end of the day. So there's a lot of different solutions. We've also come up and handle distribution for some folks who make literally saddlebags that go on cases that they can add to the capacity, add extra tools or whatever.